Republican Senator Josh Hawley is afraid of Netflix children's shows. In this video, I want to discuss this conflict with Netflix and Senator Josh Hawley. So listen up, Josh. This is for you. After reading Josh Hawley's atrocious attacks on the LGBT community, these Republicans are intentionally targeting, threatening, and harming our trans Americans. This is a Republican effort to commit a genocide against transgender Americans, and Josh Hawley is guilty of aiding in genocide. So Josh Hawley grilled the Netflix CEO, Ted Sarandos, on Netflix's promotion of trans ideology, otherwise known as the truth of gender. Trans identity is not an ideology, by the way. So relating to LGBTQ material on Netflix's platform, Senator Hawley asked, why does almost half of your children's program feature this highly controversial, highly sexualized material? That just seems strange to me. That can't possibly reflect the population. What he's referring to is that this children's show taught children about gender. So Sarandos answered, I don't have any idea where that number would come from or what that is. I don't believe that's been your personal experience, but I can't speak to that. Senator Hawley cut him off saying, what do you mean you don't think it's been my personal experience? You don't think I monitor what my children watch? I'll tell you what my personal experience is since you brought it up. My personal experience is that my 3 children, I can't let them watch anything on Netflix. I can't let them watch anything on Netflix unless I preview it because I don't have confidence in what is on your platform. Sounds like a cult member. I don't know what they're going to encounter. I don't want my kids being pushed an agenda about their sexuality or gender identity when I have not had the opportunity to discuss it with them. So, Josh Hawley is questioning the CEO of Netflix, accusing Netflix of half their content being overly sexualized material to children. And the sexual material he's referring to is the subject of gender. Republicans are in denial with reality when it comes to trans, gay, and non-binary identity. All of this plays into a larger effort of Republicans attempting a genocide of trans Americans, while they are currently building 23 new concentration camps in America. These same organizations are coming for gay marriage next. They want to dismantle all LGBT civil rights due to their cult ideology on gender. Republicans think that gender is somehow sexual. The rest of the public does not hear conversations about gender and twist it into our minds into something fucked up and sexual, because it isn't sexual. Gender is not attached to your sex parts. Gender is neurological, it's not biological. These organizations making these attacks run in the circle as Trump, Kavanaugh, Hegseth, Epstein, and many other sex offenders. Huge pattern in the Republican Party. So I refuse to allow these perverts to turn this issue into something it isn't. Something sexual and twisted. They are mentally fucked from their religious oppression of sex, gender, sexual orientation, masturbation, etc. These are all demonized in religious cults, and this is a much larger issue of religious cult abuse in America. But later in life, these men project their fucked up sexual fantasies onto situations that were not sexual before they came along and made it sexual. So Josh Hawley, my message for you is no one's mind went there before you suggested this, Josh. You have a sexual obsession with transgender children and non-binary children. You are not going to reverse this situation and play victim. You are openly attacking the LGBTQ community and aiding in a genocide against trans Americans. And when Democrats get into power later this year, all of you Republicans who aided this genocide effort, including you, Josh, should be put on trial like a modern day Nuremberg. And you should be terrified of this. You should be ashamed of the things you have done and said, Josh. And I hope there comes a day when this entire administration can't even go out in public because of how angry the public is with you. Everything I have learned, not only in my education, but also in the religion I was involved with when I was younger, I was raised Catholic, would never, ever, ever condone this behavior you're exhibiting and aiding in. I think you need to look in the mirror, Josh, and ask yourself why you're so obsessed with other people's genders and so obsessed with other people's sexual orientations and sex parts. Maybe you're involved in the dark underworld of perverted Republican men. I think you know inside that trans people and their allies have no agenda other than telling the truth. And I'm not religious anymore, but if there is a God, Josh, I hope he judges you according exactly to your behavior on this earth, and you get the judgment you deserve. I think most Christians would agree that genocide is pure evil. And that is you, Josh Hawley. You and this regime are the evil, the corruption that Jesus warned us of.